Yo, John, what's up? Sorry I'm late to my own stream. I had to go get these tails from the back. Painted some baits, and the guy sent some tails to kind of base colors off of. So I had to go retrieve them. Got 110 baits painted and ready for hardware. It's a lot, bro. I don't know, because Kesseldine and Matt Steffen were talking, and I listened to them. I was like, I could talk now, but I'll listen to what these guys had to say. Then I felt like I was in a hamster wheel. So I should have gotten on earlier. What's up, AJ? What's up, Clay? No, it was pretty painful to watch. I don't know. What do you think, Clay? You were there. It was hurting me to not be able to talk about the I think, Clay, the best way I could sum up that whole conversation is that Matt Steffen, I feel like, is the voice of reason that has a background of finance and people that actually make money, like real money, not guys that just dick off and, say they're making a living like me. You know what I mean? They're like guys that do it, that make money. And like guys that are as good at finance as Kesseldine is in fishing, those guys that make real money, like Steffen knows what's out there. And he's comparing the real world to what you make dicking around bass fishing. Todd's like, oh, I made $20,000 in 4 weeks. In the grand scheme of money making, you're still like, it's still nothing. Like, it's good for like when you come from nothing. It seems like a lot of money, but it's not. Yeah, I don't know. Him and Steffen is. I don't watch Matt Steffen's stuff on his own. I don't know if he live streams on his own, and his demeanor is always that. He just seems like he's being forced to be there. Like he knows he has to be there in order to grow and to like reach a different audience, and like he's playing by the rules, but he doesn't really want to be playing. Todd's fishing for winnings and Steffen is fishing for sponsor dollars. Yeah, Steffen's fishing for real money. And I think everybody realizes that fishing ain't it. Like, you don't need Bass, you don't need MLF, you don't need any of those organizations if you want to make money bass fishing. The Googan Squad has made that a reality. That if you want to fish, Ben Milliken, there's guys out there that get to fish for a living that would have never had to have signed an entry slip on any pro fishing, and they would make more money than 90% of the pro anglers out there. But yeah, I wish. I think that was like, I think that was what Stefan was trying to get the point he was trying to get across, is that like, it ain't the way, dude. Like, fishing terms, like, there's no good way. Like, it's all shitty. Like, quit trying to justify that like there's some like decent way. No, it all sucks. Like, that ain't it. Like, go flip a house or something. Like, go do something else. Like, if you want to, if you're really about the money, that ain't it. Like, go do something. Go start like a painting business, like a commercial or like real estate, like construction company or something. It's either mom and pop tackle shops or custom lure painters would probably rank in there somewhere. Buy a pressure washer, sure. There's a million different ways to probably make more money than trying to win a damn bass tournament, because that's pretty hard. Pretty hard. Let's see what tail this gets. That one? Does that look good? That kind of matches. I don't know what I had in mind for this one. Maybe that one? I don't know that anything's going to look good. It's not like it matters. Who am I kidding? Red? We'll go with this. We'll go with this pumpkin looking one. Pumpkin looks okay. Pumpkin, and then this one we'll do the purple smoke. That's what I had in mind for that one. Gross. Paint job's cool. That's about all I can say. That's about all I can say about that. Yeah, Anthony, it's really pretty sad, honestly. Like, that people still think that like bass fishing is a thing. I learned right out of college quickly. So I too had this pipe dream of fishing for a living. Had it since I was like 12, 11. Just wanted to fish. That's all I ever wanted to do. And then I got out of school and I was like, let me do some mathematics here. And I started doing mathematics. And I was like, all right, say, and this is just earning a living with the fishing pole, like with your talents, going out there, fishing tournaments, taking your winnings after all your expenses, and being a fisherman. And I started looking at it and I was like, so I got to pay this much. If I get a check in every tournament, I'll make this much, and then it's going to cost me this much in expenses. So I can work most of the year. And if I do really well and I get a check in every tournament, I can maybe make a couple grand. It's not looking so good. Not looking so good. It's just there to move product. Yeah, and I think at some point the YouTube community needs to wake up and say, we don't need the organizations. We can organize a tournament trail, because A, they're not getting insurance, they're not getting like retirement, they're not getting any type of benefit from anybody. Like, they're contractors that are getting used and abused. Like, they don't need them. They're just like a utility. Like, they're not even like, you know what I mean? Like, the anglers are just pawns. The organization's shuffling money around and like making money, but if like if the guys with YouTube careers would all band together that liked, I don't think there's enough of them. There might be. They could probably generate enough sponsor revenue that they could disperse throughout the field. Um, and then if they wanted to do entry fees, they could do an entry fee and fish for their own money. But I feel like promotional wise, if you had a just say 50 anglers that all had 50,000 viewers, 30 to 100,000 viewers, and you got all of those guys to stream and publish videos on their on the tournament, like one tournament, it would have more than a bass tournament, I think. Might be all the same. It might be. I mean, I don't know that they would though, because like if there's 50 guys, I don't think you're going to get a crossover, because I don't know that I'm going to. Maybe so. There's probably other guys that you would watch what they did. I mean, I guess at the end of the day, you're still fishing in the same bowl. You know what I mean? Like, if you've got 1 million viewers and it's the same 1 million viewers, like, what does it really matter? You know what I mean? Like, if 50 guys get 30,000 views on each video and it's the same 30,000 people, I don't know if that's probably not the best, but I guess it's more time for them to get advertised to. Who knows? I don't know what the answer is. I don't know what the answer is. I think the answer is just being dumb and paying your money and fishing your Bassmaster tournaments and figuring out the hard way. It was good. Matt's got a solid after this past their stream today. Gave me a lot more respect for Matt, that he is not just that he knows what he's doing is dumb. I think that was my biggest takeaway from today, is that Matt is not trying to sugarcoat anything and blow smoke up my ass. He knows that bass fishing for money is stupid. We love it and we do it to a fault, to the point where we know it is a bad move and we're not going to get our money back. But sure is fun. But yeah, I enjoyed hearing him talk. Like I said, it changed my very realistic. He really is. He's got a he kind of, like, I didn't really know what to think about him, honestly. But after watching him talk today, I was like, man, this guy's got it. He knows. Like, he ain't dumb. And he's honest. So, I guess to a fact, or to a whatever. But yeah, it was enjoyable to watch or listen to him. But he still doesn't act like he wants to be there. Still doesn't act like he wants to be there. Come on. Damn UFO tail. It's got goo in it. I should have cleaned it out earlier. It's got goo in it. I should have cleaned it out before I painted it, but oh well. Oh, this one's been cracked, so I need to be careful. This tail has been glued back together. I need to be watchy what I do. Mess something up. What is the material of said boat, Brendan? What material will you be laying paint down on? What is this, dude? What is this goo in this bait? It's like they used like, what is this? It's like squishy. It's like they use like silicone for glue. Aluminum. What paint are you using? What's up, Hella? Where are you headed? Home from work? To the lake? Club meeting? Casey's for pizza? Mercury to drop off a dirty letter? All of the above? It's just a regular old beat up UFO. Had a real shitty looking paint job on it, but now it looks beautiful. AJ, if I were smart, I would. I think Casey's would do pretty good. Had to work on their sweet tea recipe and their fried chicken recipe, but I think I could. I don't know if Casey's corporate, what they would think about that. Marine oil-based protective enamel. Yeah. Enamel's good. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the shape either myself, Jeremy, but this one was in pretty bad shape. Half the paint was missing. And it had, the tail has been broken and restored. It had a few other flaws, but you probably would never know by looking at it now that you would certainly, if you sold this bait, you would never know that the tail had been broken off. Never talk smack to the glove, aka Gary Payton. Damn, this thing still don't want to fit. Where is it getting hung? This is the worst. This is the worst, bros. I need to go in here with a razor blade and trim the inside because it's got goo dried to the side of the bait. That was a good one. That was a good one. On this side. Gotta be careful on this side. I think we're getting hung on this other side. Y'all have Christmas decorations up yet? Brendan, why don't you like UFO baits very much? Because they're ugly? All right. I mean, they're not the ugliest. They're certainly uglier out there. What is going on with this? All right, I think I can get it in now. Where's my special sauce? Just too tall. I would agree. I would agree. All right, let's see what happens. Oh, come on, you dick. Let's see if I can slip a little glue in this hole. I need one of those real, like, pointy tips. UFO reminds me of the Gancraft ratchet. Which came first, John? The UFO or the ratchet? Yuck. Yeah, I didn't want anything too tall that was like a fish couldn't get inside its mouth. That was always my problem with these. I didn't want to just snag fish. The ratchet came after. You think Gancraft saw the UFO and said, we like he. So let's be honest about how did the red turn out. Yeah, I do like the red. Come on, tail. Stick. Thermochromic paint, so it's called. Changes color with temperature. Oh, it's not called thermochromic paint. It's called. What did I just do? Did I just stick this dude's bait up? Maybe. But the only I used to dick around with that stuff, the thermochromic shit, and the only thing that I didn't know, and I mainly just played with it for novelty reasons, but The only thing I didn't know was how long it would actually last. If it would actually like years down the road, if it would still change colors, or if eventually it would like run out of steam and quit changing colors. I don't know. I don't know the answer. I don't know if it fades. I would think it would, honestly. I would think it would, but I don't know. I don't know the answer. To answer Brian's question, how did the Reds turn out? Wonderfully. We even have dotted I's on the back. Can't see them. How can't you see that? There you can see them. Cool little critters. I am wearing a nice shirt. Had to take the Bean to school today. Wanted to wear something nice, not look like a scumbag. So I dressed up. Yeah, dressed up. And I knew I wasn't going to be painting today, just clear coating, so I wasn't worried about getting anything on my shirt. So I brought a nice shirt. Brendan, you're loving the bait, or are you loving my dress code? Pretty cool. Not relying on fishing to pay the bills today. Smart move. Ella, smart move. No decorations until December. I think we're going to go straight into as soon as Amy gets home, we're going straight into Christmas. Bypassing Thanksgiving straight to jolly old Saint Nick. Do I miss Torchy's? Yes. I miss the Crossroads. I miss the queso. I miss their green sauce. There's a lot of miss at Torchy's. I miss the trailer park extra trashy or trashy, depending on my mood. But Torchy's was delicious. What was my favorite food spot? I don't know. I'd have to think about that. I need Amy here because I know I'm probably forgetting it. Fast food hamburger, P. Terry's by far. Taco place. Depends on what kind of mood you're in for what kind of taco. Toy trees are just so damn expensive. Um, let's see. Franklin's actually, Clay. When the last place I lived in Austin was about 2 blocks, um, 2 blocks from Franklin's. Franklin was on 12th, and we lived on East 14th. And when I would wake up and the wind would be blowing right out of the south, I would walk out of my house, get a big whiff of post oak smoke and Franklin's barbecue. Pretty good. We went there. We stood in line. I've stood in line twice. Once with my parents and once for my birthday. And I like Franklin's, but I would probably go to Mickelwait's before I went to Franklin's. Franklin's barbecues, of course, like primo, world class, like brisket and everything. But sides are kind of weak. Uh, but I think Mickelwait's is a better all around option as far as time, sides, meat. It's great. Um, took my little sis to Home Depot to get a tree for her room. She likes decorating early. Good. Um, Snow barbecue, Clay. Um, I never. I went to Snow and they were closed. Um, but I've been to. I mean I feel like I've been to all the like Blacks and isn't it Blacks the original one that's in Taylor that opened in like the 40s? Went to that. Been to a lot of them. Uh, where is here is we made an exception for Bob since he's in Sandplan um, for a camper. He asked if I would hold him a set of baits. I said, of course. And he said he wanted the blue one, so he got a special Bobby Balsa signature on the bottom. That's the blue one. I don't know which one I like better. I like the blue. They both work. You could have, Brendan. You could have. Too late now. I mean, I can sign it. Just wipe it off. Dave's Hot Chicken. I haven't had hot chicken yet, like Nashville hot chicken or whatever it's called. There was a, I want to say they tried to open something like that in Austin, and I tried it and it wasn't that good, but I don't know. I would like to, I'd like to try the real deal. These are pretty. These are pretty. Start over. Sign my bait. BBC. Drunken chicken. I did that in college, and I don't know that I've gone back and drunk into chicken since then. This is called the Mac. BBC. This is called the Mac. Not to get Burns to tell the backstory. I'm too drunk to taste this chicken. There was a guy when I was in college that came over to our house, and we were all cooking out, and he like brought some chicken that he wanted to cook, and this dude took a pretty sizable container of Cavender's Greek seasoning and poured all of it in like a bowl, and then he took his chicken legs and he like battered them with nothing but Cavender's seasoning, and he went to throw them on the grill, and I was like, a little heavy on the Cavender's, bro. And he's like, nah. Like, you sure? He was like, yeah. Okay. So we cooked them, and he said, try one. I said, all right. So I tried one of his Cavender's battered chicken wings. Delicious. Delicious. I thought it was going to be overkill. It's not. Cavender's is now, since then, one of my favorite seasonings. Use it on everything. Never tried Cavender's? Highly recommended. I'm going to try and smoke a turkey for Thanksgiving. That'll be fun. That'll be fun. If you're going to smoke it, brine it. And then hose it down with Lowry's. What is Cavender's? It's a Greek seasoning. Sell it at most grocery stores. It's in a yellow container, round yellow container. I didn't know we had so many briners. Lots of briners. There's the OG. There was how the bait was meant to be painted. Like that. So there will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There will be 6 OGs. There will be 6 blues. Actually, there'll be 5 blues because Balsa Bobby's getting one. Bobby Balsa. And then there will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 reds. Traeger 720. I don't have to worry about temp control, I don't guess. Cooker shouldn't get away from you. I like that one. I like that one. Just the way it lit, just the way it came. You got Oklahoma Joe. Don't want to risk it. Don't want to risk it. All right. Let's put these tails in here. Don't need those. I don't think. Where's that one? This one. This one. This one. Okay. I don't know what it is. All right. 2 10-pounders is better than 1 20-pounder. Those big birds are hard to cook, even though. Smart. My dad thought he was going to get away with smoking a turkey a couple years back, and then the family revolted about him not frying it. Or mainly it was just me. I revolted. And you know what happens then? You get the you gave me the tip. If you want it fried, you come over here and do it. Here's the Morgan Mason chub. I'm more green on it than showing up. Hard to see. I just broke the button on my pants. That's funny. That is funny. You can kind of see the little color shift on the scales. They're not as gold as they look like they do right there. You can see the color change on them. Is that a new clear? It looks deeper. No, it's not. I'll tell you the difference, Brendan. It's not 9,000 degrees outside. That is the key. I am not painting at the gates of hell anymore. It was nice and cool today. My clear coat was not dry by the time it hit the actual bait from my gun. So got a little extra time to clear up. What's worse, painting with it hot as balls or extra nipply? When it's cold, it takes longer. When it's hot, it's too fast, but your paint looks better the slower it cures out. Or like the slower you can get the solvent to evaporate out of your paint, the better. Sometimes when it's really cold, though, it takes an annoying amount of time sometimes. So heat is definitely harder to deal with as far as a good looking paint job. You can get a good looking paint job a lot easier when it's cold. Hot, not so much. It's a lot to deal with. It is a lot to deal with. $15 raining sounds nice. That sounds nice. I like for my body, I like it hot. Like I love walking out there and like just like being in the paint sauna and just sweating. I like that. I don't like how paint acts in high humidity, hot summer Alabama days. Hey, wood chip today. That's good. That's good. I got my trailer all fixed about a month. Busted trailer ready to crank up some shell and Bassett. Belton. That'll be fun. MP Fats. Burns, send me a picture of an MP Fat. I'm starting to get nervous on Burns' wood shipment. Give him a light bulb box. Do I? I don't even know where that box is. What have I done with it? Right there. Over here. Yeah. No. This box? Oh, I bought it back. Did I see that in here? Is it in here? This one? Is that the one? I need to go through that. As an artist, I have been called crazy, odd, and many other things. Does Anthony here believe that should be the case just because on occasion I have used opaque jet black as a clear coat on paints? It happens. Bob wants the root. More mubbas. I have to send those to AJ first, so he can mask the bills that he likes masking so much. These are sweet. This is gonna be a badass little combo platter. Be a nice little combo platter. 2 votes for Nitwits. Is Black Label Baits a one-man show? Like Cliff does the whole thing from a chunk of. He's got duplicator machines to cut his bodies. I think he paints them all. He's kind of got like an Ed Chambers deal going on. Like Ed painted all his baits, but I don't think Ed did a lot getting up into that point. Um, so I think Cliff's probably got some guys that run his machines, cut his bodies, drill his holes, probably insert his weights. He probably cuts lip slots, if I had to bet. But I know he paints them all. I don't know that he touches them all for every step. No, I think he's got. I think he's got one of Ed's duplicator machines. Yeah, he's. I mean, I don't think he's got. If he, I think he does have a few people, but it's not. It's not like a. I don't think it's a very large operation. Might be a couple dudes in there turning stuff. But yeah, he paints. He paints. That's all anybody wants to do anyway, except Burns. Everybody just wants to paint. I guess some people don't like painting. It is a good entry drug. I like Cliff's baits. I don't own any, but I've thrown some. Seem to be a good running plug. AJ doesn't like painting. He likes pouring jigs where his heart really lies, in the jig making world. All right. I got my little cookie trays, tins of baits. We're ready to go. Love carving a little more than painting. Marty, when was the last time you put your finger on the paint trigger? Good question. I think he sent me all his airbrushes. It's a lot, Burnsy. I have a box over here from Burns. Probably shouldn't open this one on camera. You like making spinner baits? I like tying jigs and making spinner baits for me to fish. I get a lot of enjoyment out of that. Foils, eh? Foils, eh? Don't worry, guys. They're not for me or you. Upgrading hardware, it is. I can see the enjoyment of that. Any of the tinkering trades of bass fishing, I've always enjoyed. Having to sit down and tie 50 jigs that are all identical, or make 100 spinner baits that are all the same. that can get annoying. The new BKKs. You know what's weird about BKK is that BKK made all the hooks that people called trash that came on stock baits. Not all of them, but they made, like, nobody knew who they were, but years prior to them becoming a no, like, changing their kind of their business model to where they supplied direct to consumer a product, uh, they just made OEM hooks, or they just made generic hooks or whatever for uh, big companies that had baits coming out. Like if you're 6 cents and you need a hook, BKK will make it for you because they're cheaper than Gamakatsu and whoever else. So but I guess they've upgraded what they're making now. But BKK's been around forever, putting out stock hooks for baits, and there's probably a lot of people that shunned the stock version of a BKK, and they've rebranded themselves to be better quality. Some new kick-ass hooks from Ryugi, fluoride coated, just like the Gavacho. Smart move, Clay. Do the Ryugis come in large volumes? I try to get those Hayabusas in bulk. That's what I was going to put on all my baits. But the guy, I've told this story before, the guy didn't, he's like, I need like a 6-month window. He said, I need time to like order them, and then I need time for them to get here, and then I just need time. I was like, 6 months? I was like, oh, probably less, but it's going to be a while. So I'll pass. I'll pass. Maybe he just didn't want to deal with that. A pro pack. How many's in a pro pack? Like 25? Do they have any like 100 packs? Two packs of the Hayabusa size 4 and 6, but they felt too heavy. Ooh, that sounds like something I'd be into. That sounds like something I'd like. All right, dudes. Let me get off of here. Run into the back. Get some more work done. Good talking to everybody. We'll catch up tomorrow or the next day. I'm aiming to do a little Patreon stream tomorrow. That's the plan. I hope, if Amy gets back in time and all things go well. Baby's got an ear infection, so she kept me up all night. I think I slept from 4 to 6 this morning. Bronze. I told Scott, Mark Menendez posted on Instagram a picture of a pack of bronze Gamakatsus, and I sent him a message. I said, will you have your people at Gamakatsu call my people and make a damn short shank round bend? He's like, I'll ask. And then I started thinking about it. I was like, I wonder if I could probably, I know I could call Gamakatsu, and it'd probably be 10,000 hooks that I would have to order. But I could probably order 10, 20,000 short shank bronze Gamakatsus and just be the only person in the U.S. that had them. Like, if you want that, sure. I had it made. Here it is, and they're awesome. And I feel like I could. I feel like I could sell those. I really do. I feel like people would see that and be like, finally, somebody with their head, not up their ass. Like Gamakatsu's had this badass hook for 25, 30 years, and it's still not a short shank yet. Um, I thought Mickey was owner, or did he have a falling out with Gamakatsu? Are you being funny, Chris? Actually, I know he's an owner guy. He must have had. I haven't heard his Gamakatsu story. Um, but I don't know what that would cost. It would probably be a pretty large investment to buy 10, 20,000 Gamakatsus. Might surprise you though. Be cool though. We're not talking about talking to him, Brendan. We're talking about talking with money and saying, here, I have what you need. You have what I need. Now we're going to do a little switchy swappy, and you give me what I want. Then they would change their tune. They might think about it. I don't think I would ever consider throwing a bait with Braun Gammies. Really, I love them. I just wish they were shorter. I just wish they were shorter. I don't mind them on deep diving baits, but like shallow diving stuff, I feel like they hang a little. They got a little. Their plums are a little saggy. But anyway, dudes, I'm gonna get out of here. Y'all be good. Clay, you are missing out. We'll talk to y'all tomorrow. See ya.